Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here, episode 160 of the American Reveille Podcast. On this episode, I wanted to give you an example of Trump did it first, or at least it was Trump's idea. This whole Juneteenth stuff, which I support, all right, it should be a federal holiday, the freeing of the slaves. I think that's important to recognize. I have nothing against that. What I have against it is the hijacking of the event and manipulation of the narrative to support the left-wing radical cause. Joe Biden didn't come up with the idea of making Juneteenth a holiday. The black community did. Then they passed that idea on to President Trump, who thought it was a fantastic idea and tried to make it a reality, but it happened to fall upon senile dementia Joe. All right. And he happened to do it. And the left wing has used their amazing gaslighting tactics, control of the media and control of the internet, basically through Google and Facebook and all the social media platforms to skew and twist the narrative into some left wing radical psycho babble. And we're going to talk about that next on the American Reveille Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 160. Of course, we knew we'd make it this far. Did you? Did you know we'd make it this far? Even on fumes, ladies and gentlemen, even when we ran out of gas, I strapped this puppy to my back like a mule, like the calloused hand mule that I am, and one foot in front of the other. I scraped and I scraped and I stepped and I stepped and I dragged the American Reveille. And here we are, still pumping, still ticking, well over a year later. All right, kicking butt, fighting back the censorship as best we can, and it is all because of you. Like the ultimate warrior, oh, I pull upon the strength of the warriors. No, I don't. I pull upon the strength of you, and you've all stood by me. You've stood by the American Reveille. You've fought for me. You've worked hard, and I appreciate it, and I'm just going to ask you to keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Share this podcast. Talk about this podcast. Let everybody know that the American Reveille is coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming, and we're going to be coming to a city near you with a sticker competition. That is coming soon, but I do need some help to get this thing up and running. Email me directly, jameslane@AmericanReveille.com, if you would like to pass out some different things in your city for the American Reveille, or if you've got some special skills that could help us. We need people for the web. We need people for social media. We need idea people. We need all kinds of stuff. Some people that have some skills that would like to volunteer a little bit of their time. I really would appreciate it. And I would also appreciate it if you're a good writer, you're a good blogger, you're looking for an extra platform, you'd like to be a contributor to the American Reveille, we have spots available. So email me directly with a writing sample, jameslane@AmericanReveille.com. And I'm coming to you with episode 160 to give you a Trump I told you so. Well, maybe not an I told you so, but a Trump did it first, or a Trump's idea. It was Trump's idea, that type of episode, because it was. All right, Joe Biden might have made Juneteenth a holiday, okay, which, again, no issue. I think it's a good thing. I think that deserves to be a holiday. If anything deserves to be a holiday, that deserves to be a holiday. But the hijacking of that holiday for the radical left's evil purposes, their devious, deviant, dirty and dastardly, how many D words am I going to come up with? Those douchebags, the Democrats, they have hijacked Juneteenth and turned it into an evil, woke, cult-like thing, taking it away from the black community who deserves to have that as a celebration. All right, they've skewed it for their agenda, which I think is just evil and disgusting. All right. This is Juneteenth. Trump proposed a national holiday and platinum plan for Black America. All right. This is Joel B. Pollock from Breitbart. President Joe Biden signed Juneteenth into law on Thursday as a federal public holiday, but President Donald Trump had proposed doing so last year as part of his platinum plan for Black Americans. All right. And I want to see this plan happen. But unfortunately, the radical left, they have a plan to control and shackle the black community, not empower them. Not like Donald Trump wanted to empower the black community. All right. Donald Trump wanted to pump real equality, all right, into that community, real money, real opportunity. All right. He tried, but the racist radical left hijacked the movement. All right, after he left office, and are doing nothing but poisoning people in the black community, poisoning them with the evils of socialism, with the evils of equity, with the evils of racism. And make no mistake, and I'm talking to the black community right now, your leftists, all right, your leftist leaders are slaves and pawns to the far woke radical left. The Democrat Party are racists. Plain and simple. Unlike Biden and the Democrats, all right, who aim that America is beset, or claim, why did I say aim? Who claim that America is beset by systemic racism that requires state intervention to achieve equity. Do you see that? They created a fake problem, all right, and now they have a fake cure, equity. And the only people that can inject you with that cure is the government. That is a step towards turning this country into communist China, ladies and gentlemen. That is more than a step. That is a matrix-like leap from rooftop to rooftop. Trump's plan focused on creating opportunity for black Americans and fixing government services that fail the black community. These were called the 4 pillars, and the 4 pillars of Trump's plan were as follows. This is very important. This was Trump's plan. This is what Trump was doing. All right. This is what was coming for the black community until Biden stepped in. All right. A known racist, known to associate with former KKK members. Joe Biden canceled this for the black community. Opportunity by achieving historic employment levels for black Americans, as well as increasing access to capital for new businesses. President Trump has been committed to ensuring all black Americans can achieve the American dream. Security. By signing into law the celebrated First Step Act, President Trump has brought common sense criminal justice reform to the American people for the first time in decades, while ensuring our streets and communities are safe for families and business owners. What has happened to our security, ladies and gentlemen? Take a look around. Thank the government for that. Thank President Joe Biden for the crime, hate, and death in your streets. Prosperity. As the first president to provide long-term funding to historically black colleges and universities, this administration continues to seek immediate and generational advancement for black Americans. He gave decade loans out, decade funding out, all right, decade long funding. All right, to these historically black colleges. He gave them the correct amount, and he deviated, all right? He deviated from the traditional plan of the far left, the Democrat plan, and even from the right, the George Bushes, the elitists. He deviated from them, all right? And he stopped screwing the black colleges, which is what our government had been doing for years, and President Trump empowered them. And what has Biden done? What has Biden done besides cause more division, more hate, more poverty, and more destruction in our communities, all of our communities? Fairness, as demonstrated through his actions to initiate investment into opportunity zones, as well as address health disparities, wage gaps, and necessary education reforms. President Trump works every day to advance a fair and just America for the black community. And what did he do? He put fair, conservative judges all over the place. All right. What happens? You know what the big secret is? This is something I want to bring this up. This is a little off topic, but on topic. All right. The cities are traps for minority communities and people who grew up poor. All right. That maybe aren't in minority communities. Look, I'm a white person who grew up in poor community and grew up poor, and it's a trap. You're trapped. You can't get out. OK, you can't get out. All right. I clawed and scratched and fought and bled and sacrificed to just get to the point where I'm at. All right. And I'm a 36-year-old man, and L1 through L5 on my back, every single one of them are herniated. Every single one of them. I can, look at this. You hear that? That's me cracking my knuckles a million times because every single one of my fingers have been broken. Okay. It hasn't been easy, but it's not based on color like CRT and all these other things like to make you think. It's based on wealth and your education and what you're taught. And these elite classes don't teach the poor and impoverished young people. They don't allow the laws to go through to teach them the right thing, how to recover wealth, how to do your taxes, how not to spend all your money. All these things I had to learn on the way up. Fighting, please, making mistakes, being in debt, losing everything time and time again, being homeless. I had to do that again and again. And there are a bazillion black people that go through that too, a bazillion white people that go through that and figure their way through. But there's also a bunch of people who don't figure their way through. And that's fixed through education, through fairness, security, opportunities, prosperity, all these different things that Trump was trying to do, that Joe Biden took away so that he could re-enslave, digitally and psychologically enslave people in this country, not based on color, but based on money. Based on money. All right. There's all kinds of evil going around, folks. Joe Biden's one of them. All right. Trump made concrete promises, including a pledge to devote $500 billion in new investment in black communities and school choice to free black children from failing public schools. He also pledged symbolic achievements like Juneteenth. The plan promised to make Juneteenth a national holiday, marking the emancipation of slaves in the Civil War. And I remember the other year when we were all talking about this, and everybody on every podcast, including my podcast, said, this is a good idea. This is a great idea, and it needs to be done. And all of this was going to happen in Trump's second term. But the left seems to have had their way. The left seems to have had their way. The plan promised to make Juneteenth a national holiday, marking the emancipation of slaves in the Civil War. Though embraced recently as a left-wing cause, Juneteenth has long been a regional holiday with patriotic themes. The official flag of Juneteenth, created in 1997 by Ben Haith, the founder of the National Juneteenth Celebration Foundation, the NJCF, alludes to the red, white, and blue of the American flag, as well as the Lone Star of the Texas state. You see that right there? Trump worked with rapper Ice Cube on the plan. Remember that? When Ice Cube went to the White House and complimented Trump, and then mainstream media really quick swept it under the rug and we didn't hear any more about it? There were amazing things that were happening. Amazing things. They had record low African-American unemployment, record low minority unemployment, and people in the poor communities were building up and slowly becoming middle-class citizens. And our middle class was getting stronger the way we need it. We need a very strong middle class, all right, with opportunity to go up into the middle class if you're from the lower classes, with opportunity to fight your way into a better way of life, all right? But Joe Biden and the left, they're destroying the middle class. They're destroying the middle class, all right? It just seems like the elite, all right? The elite from around the world just seem to all be in cahoots, just seem to all be in on this great reset crap, to all be in on something, some way, somehow they have to manipulate every good thing we could possibly have to pit us all against each other so that they can slowly take over the world. You know, our parents and grandparents, and even some of us, depending on the age, we all preached about the NWO, the New World Order, and everybody thought they were crazy. Everybody thought we were crazy. Everybody thought that there could be no all-seeing eye, Illuminati, lizard people. You're all out of your mind. You're conspiracy theorists. That's what we were all told. And now you look at some of these leaders like far right, Boris Johnson out of the UK. He doesn't seem very far right at all anymore, does he? It seems that the elite club is more important, has more influence, and more to do with the direction of history than any of us peons ever do or ever will. So don't accept it. Don't accept the far left's insanity. Don't accept what they say about you as a Trump supporter or as a right-winger. Don't accept the narrative. Take hold of the narrative. Take control of the narrative. This is your country. This is your world. All right. It can't be hijacked by these people forever. We have election cycles. We have different things. You can stand up against the voting acts. You can stand up against the acts that put transgender kids in the bathroom with your daughter. You can stand up and fight. You can use your words. You can open your mouth. okay? There's gonna come a point where if you're too scared to lose your job or to speak up or to do anything because of the consequences of the far left, we will run out of opportunities to stand up and speak up. And then what in the F do you think comes after that? We have to avoid that at all costs, ladies and gentlemen. All costs. Open your mouths. Speak up. Juneteenth, all right? Juneteenth is a good thing. But don't let the left manipulate it for what it is. Abraham Lincoln, the first Republican president, did the right thing and freed the slaves. God bless Abraham Lincoln and thank him for Juneteenth. All right? Plain and simple. Plain and simple. The Democrats need to stop. And the only way they're going to stop is if good American patriots of all colors, of all races, of all religions, I'm Jewish, of all communities, of all classes, rich and poor, stand arm to arm the way Martin Luther King described it, open their mouths and speak up against tyranny. Folks, it's episode 160 of the American Reveille Podcast. I hope you liked it. If you really enjoyed it, do me a favor. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe, like button, hit that comment button. Let me know what you think. Do me that favor. All right. I really appreciate it. Share. Check out our sponsor, Life Change Tea. Go to getthetea.com. Get yourself some Life Change Tea. Use promo code James on the way out for free shipping and handling. Or if you'd like to donate to us directly, you can do it in the comments section below. American_Reveille on all social media and all video hosting platforms. If you're not seeing me come up that much on YouTube, it's because I'm shadow banned. Go into the description section below. Follow me on Gab TV or Rumble or Odyssey or any other platform, but stop following me on YouTube if you're wondering why you're not seeing me. In the description section below, that's where it is. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you, and I'll see you on episode 161 of the American Reveille Podcast. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here, and I want to tell you about Life Change Tea. That's right, Life Change Tea. I have a pack of it right here. Listen, as many of you know, I've been working really hard to get back in shape, okay? I was thinking lately, right? And you should probably be thinking about it too, with how crazy everything is, with how unstable the government seems, with all of these socialists, all of this leftist insanity. You would just call insanity. Who knows when the hell I'm gonna have to run, or when I'm gonna have to, I don't know, save my family from something. I don't know. So I was getting fatter and fatter, feeling crappier and crappier. My diet was junk. I started by cleaning up the diet. I've been working out more and more, but I was still bloated. I was still gassy. I was still feeling crappy. And I finally decided to pull out an old trick in the book. All right. Something that I used for weight loss in the past. And I was thinking about a cleanse, right? Maybe take something that would help me evacuate my bowels a little bit, if you know what I mean. But you know, what I found was something different. I found Life Change Tea. All right, www.getthetea.com. I found this Life Change Tea, and instead of a 7-day or a 14-day cleanse, a 3-day cleanse, what they were offering was a daily tea, like a daily delicious iced tea, not some kind of weird hot tea or some kind of nasty tasting thing. No, this was a health supplement. All right, I started reading about it, and they were talking about all these herbs, these ancient herbs, right? Look at this: organic blessed thistle herb, malva leaf, organic marshmallow leaf. I didn't even know what the heck a marshmallow leaf was. Apparently, it's for anti-inflammatory and antioxidants and stuff. I looked some of this stuff up. It's crazy. Milk thistle extract that cleans your liver and kidneys. I mean, there's all these different things in here, but I was happy. I was attracted to it because it was all natural. It was put together in the U.S., right? Obviously, they've got to get spices from these very special places. Not spices, but you know, these special herbs. They got to get them from special places around the world, but it's all done here. It's packaged, put together, and blended accordingly right here in the U.S. say. All right. And I tried it and it was delicious. Look at this. I'm old school. I fill a jug. You see this big jug right here? And for those listening over there on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and everything like that, I'm holding this big gallon jug that used to be full of water. See those tea bags floating in the bottom there? This was full, guys. But I've been drinking it every day, twice a day, 8 ounces. Take a listen. Pour it in the glass. Oh yeah, that's not a sound effect. That's real. Look at this. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. And mabuhay to all my Filipino friends out there. I have the mint flavor. It's actually really good. I really like it. It's yummy. Look, this stuff's good. I can take that right now. I'm going to do 2 hours of podcast recording after this. It's not like me drinking that's going to send me running to the back. It's gentle. It's good stuff, all right? So it's got all these herbs. They cleanse you out. They make you regular again. They clean the toxins out of your system. They help you clean the extra waste that's been stored up in the colon, the stuff that's not healthy for you, not good for you. It keeps the bloat down. I don't feel so swollen. You know how you feel like swollen sometimes? Your fingers are... Yeah, you don't feel like that. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. So it's good stuff, guys. Listen, you have to go to getthetea.com, GETTHETEA.com, www.getthetea.com, www.getthetea.com. Promo code James, folks. Promo code James. That'll get you free shipping and handling. It's not expensive. It's good stuff, all right? It helps maintain your health. It cleanses your body from all kinds of toxins, all kinds of things that can cause colds and flus and different things like that. It keeps the bugs out real good. It helps your digestion, all right? Just like I've been saying, my bloats, I feel so much better, guys. I feel so much better. And just in this journey that I'm taking to get back in shape, I really feel like it's helping me immensely. It really is. I really think so. So try it out, guys. Life Change Tea. You just saw me drink a bunch of it. You just saw my almost empty jug. That's, by the way, like the 3rd jug. All right. That's not the first jug. Not the first jug at all. Trust me. It's good stuff, guys. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to thank me. All right. www.getthetea.com. www.getthetea.com. Get your Life Change Tea. Use the promo code James. Free shipping and handling. Thanks, guys.